Capriccio is Strauss's last opera, and it's the first opera that I ever conducted. It's a piece that, in a way, the topic seems rather artificial or dry. It's basically about the relative importance of words and music in opera. Strauss wrote a long preface to it, first of all admonishing conductors to make sure that the text was always audible by not letting the orchestra play too loud. And there's even a little joke in it when Laroche, the impresario, tells Flamand, the composer, not too loud in the orchestra, he says. If the orchestra's too loud, the singers are forced to schreien, to shriek. And at the moment, I mean, the orchestra plays very loud when he's saying this, except at the moment when he says the singers are forced to shriek, the orchestra drops down to nothing. So he's actually yelling at the top of his voice with almost silence underneath, which is, I've always thought was very funny. But the thing about the piece is that it takes this idea of words and music and their relative importance and it embodies them in the persons of the composer and the poet, who are both in love with the Countess, and they're both vying for her hand, so to speak. She is a very wealthy, worldly wise widow who loves both poetry and music, so she is torn between them. And really at the end of the piece, we don't really know what choice she's made, if any. So it's a piece that is about opera completely, but it's also about the emotions and what opera and what music and poetry mean separately, but of course more importantly together in this great art form.